I don't even know where to begin this video about my new electric mini jet boat, other than I'm not as excited about it now as I was back in August when I ordered it. So I guess I'll start there. A friend of mine sent me a video of some people having a great time on these mini boats in China, and I was wondering, how could I get one here and onto the channel? So I started doing my research, and the first place I looked was Alibaba. Well, once I saw this on Alibaba, then I noticed that there was a company associated with the jet boat, and the company was called AdmitJet. I don't know if you can see that logo there. Anyway, I reached out to them and said, hey, I have this small YouTube channel and I'd love to feature one of the boats on my channel. And they said, well, we can get you one for a 30% discount. Now, their asking price was pretty high, but beggars can't be choosers. I haven't really seen these hit YouTube just yet, so I thought I'd be the first to it and feature it on this channel, maybe make a splash. Yes, pun intended. So I said, okay, gave them my credit card information, and we were off to the races. Well, time was passing on, and I knew that summer was coming to an end, and I expressed to them, hey, this would be really great if I could get this before October, because October in Utah is when it really starts to cool off. And they said, sure, we'll do our best. I added the sales rep on WhatsApp, and we began communicating. Finally, my boat was put on a ship and I was sent the tracking information. Now, the tracking website was in Chinese, so it was a little bit inconvenient. I couldn't really tell where this thing was. I'd have to copy the Chinese characters, put them in Google Translate, and I would get my updates that way. No big deal, but I noticed that the deadline that they kind of set for themselves, saying when this would arrive, was getting later and later and later. Well, we just so happened to have a historically warm October here in Utah, and I thought for sure that the gods were shining down on me with that beautiful sunshine, keeping October warm. Well, this thing finally shows up the next day. The temperatures drop to a daytime high of 42 degrees, and it's looking like that's just going to be life, because today is November 1st, but I still want to get this thing on the water. The shipment arrived while I was at work, and so my wife had the shipper just set the giant crate in the driveway, so I had to call up my neighbor and ask him for a little bit of help to bring it back into my backyard where I sit right now. And I told him, hey, you've earned yourself a ride in the boat. And we were both excited. We'll get into why that was an ironic comment to my 6'2" neighbor in just a little bit. So 2 nights ago, I couldn't wait any longer. I charged up my camera, charged up my microphone, got my lights out because I knew it would be dark, but I couldn't wait to unbox this thing and show all of you viewers. Now, this is the first time I had to unbox something with a crowbar instead of my trusty Leatherman, and so that's how I knew this thing was going to be good. It was shipped in a giant crate. It felt like it was packed in there. It was super heavy. As I began to tear off the sides and pull out the foam and get a closer look at this thing, my enthusiasm began to wane. Now, I don't want to come across as too big of a complainer in this video, but the boat that I'm sitting in right now is not the same boat that I ordered from the website that I saw in the pictures and that I communicated to the sales rep from that site about. Let's get into the differences. The first, most blaring difference is that I don't fit in this boat. There's no place to put my legs, and it's not because I'm tall, and it's not because I'm a bigger individual. They have a wall where my feet should go, and in the pictures, that wall does not exist. In fact, the boats that they sell have a foot throttle. This one has a trigger throttle right here on the steering wheel, and so there's no place for my legs. I don't fit. The second one might have been obvious from the beginning, but you'll see I'm not sitting in the seat that was sent with the boat. Well, that's because this seat I don't think was intended for the boat. Also, it seems like they threw it in as an afterthought and they forgot to include the 4 bolts that bolted in. In the pictures, there's a nice pad for the seat and the backrest. There are a few other noticeable things about this boat that kind of upset me. Behind me is where the battery sits, and you lift up the compartment hood and it doesn't even latch down. So let's say I'm hitting a wake. That hood is just going to be bouncing up and down on the back of this boat because it doesn't latch. The battery itself does latch in with a few twist screw type things, but those are loose. So if I hit a big enough bump, who knows, maybe the battery could come loose and pop out. I might be being a little dramatic there, but we have yet to see. And the hinges on the battery cover are just cheap, like cabinet door hinges that are screwed in with regular screws. There's nothing that screams technology about them. It almost feels like they're an afterthought. Also, the jet on the back, in the pictures, it's all nice and enclosed in this geometrical enclosure. Well, the jet on this thing sticks straight out of the back and it's flat and it looks like it's held on with zip ties. It does turn though, but I don't even know if I can turn this thing because my legs will be in the way. And obviously I haven't taken it out on the water yet, but I currently don't know if I want to put myself through the misery of freezing cold water if I'm not going to enjoy this boat. We'll see. I plan on giving it a shot tomorrow. Real quick, let's talk about the specs. The motor is a 72 volt, 15 kilowatt motor. I don't know what the amp hours on the battery are because it wasn't sent with any instructions. In fact, I didn't even know how to turn this thing on, and I had to reach out to the sales rep, and he sent me some doc in WhatsApp on how to turn it on. I had to download an app. You have to download the app, turn the battery on to charge it and discharge it. That's a first for me. I don't know, maybe you've had an experience with the battery like that, but this boat won't turn on unless I have my phone nearby to turn it on. That seems kind of weird. But you know what? I am going to take this thing out on the water before it snows this weekend, so at least you have that to look forward to, and who knows, maybe it will be fun. It's not very comfortable, I can tell you that much, but I did have my wife sit in it. She is shorter than me, and she fit in just fine. Obviously, she's smaller than me as well, but that 6'2" neighbor that I offered a ride on this boat, there's no way that guy is fitting in, so I'm gonna have to like buy him dinner or something for his help. I can't just pay him in a boat ride. So yeah, as it currently sits, I would not suggest this boat even to the person that cuts me off in traffic while I'm riding my Super 73. But of course, there's nothing left to do than to get this thing on the water and see how it rides. Got the mini jet boat secured in the mini truck. It's 48 degrees. It's gonna be freezing. All right, so we're taking the mini boat down to the pond.
Pop it off. Okay? Yeah, it's great. Okay.
Well, with the boat, you need a captain's hat.
Yeah. Captain Tim.
I don't even know how this works, but what I do know is you have to have an app to turn it on.
This power.
Tell me if the button turns on.
Oh, I don't even have to push it.
Okay, those lights are on?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. I don't know what that button does.
82.3 volts.
So do you need your phone?
I don't think so.
Alright.
I hope not. Do you think I need it?
No. No.
We can shout to you if not.
You forgot without a paddle, dude. You forgot your paddle.
No, it'll float. You're not in the. Once this comes out. Hold on.
Oh, did you push the button? Oh, push them out. Oh, I would keep. Careful. Oh shoot!
I don't like how it dips forward. I don't think so. If it wasn't freaking 20 degrees outside. Uh-oh.
So do you need your phone?
I don't think so.
Alright.
I hope not. This sucks.
You forgot without a paddle, dude. You forgot your paddle. Tim, what happened?
It just stopped going. I don't want my phone on me. It didn't come with any instruction manual or anything. Alright. I don't like it. Oh, freak. Yeah, that has a lot more torque.
There you go.
Kind of sucks. I had it full throttle and it was going like 2 miles an hour.
That was on turbo speed too?
Yes. So dumb. So like this is slow. And then this is fast. All right, Colby's gonna test it. We're gonna see if my weight is the issue or if it just is as sucky as it seems.
What's green and red?
So green, is green pushed in right now?
I don't.
Okay, so
Now
that's
it is.
fast. But dude, I promise
Okay,
it's
they're the same.
red's
What's
reverse.
red?
Red's reverse.
And where do I? Is this right here? Just
Yep,
right
that's
hand?
it. Isn't that terrifying when you let off?
Kind of awesome. Even though it's slow, like it's, I don't know. I like that it has a jet on it.
He's got some beans. Getting sporty. Oh gosh, oh gosh. All right, so my final thoughts on the AdmitJet. I can't say that we didn't have fun, but it wasn't as much fun as I thought we could have. Oh no, 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 no.
That would have sucked.
I don't know if there's a way to like unlock the motor because it's not going as fast as it showed online. Go for it. Nice. So like it is fun, but it's not what was advertised. It doesn't look anything like what was advertised, and it doesn't ride like anything that was advertised compared to the videos that I saw. And so for that, I'm not as impressed as I was hoping I would be. I'm gonna reach out to the company, kind of give them my thoughts, and just, I don't know, it's not worth what I paid for it. I'll put it that way. Anyway, somehow I'll get my hands on a real one and we'll have some real fun. But with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the AdmitJet. I gotta go help my friends. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.